Hey guys, this is Frozen Wish Studios here, and welcome to parts 15 and 16 of the Frozen Awards 2025 Best Original Score and Best Original Song. So, if there's another thing in the media that I am just as passionate about as I am with movies, it's music. Yeah, I love music just as much as movies, and I love music in movies. That this is why I consider musical to be my favorite genre. Well, at least it's either musical or action as my favorite genre in film. And yeah, so these two categories are pretty much the best music used for a film. So starting off with part 15, best original score. This award category goes to the movie with a score that is powerful, gripping, intense. It brings a whole new flair to the film, but most of all, it's memorable and it's worth re-listening. So yeah, I mean this score. Whenever I would hear this score, it would immediately, or at least whenever I think about this movie, I would also think about the score alongside it. So score is one of my favorite aspects of film, like personal aspects, favorite aspects. Sure, the characters will always be my favorite aspect in any film period, but yeah, original score is just yeah. So without further ado, here are the nominees for Best Original Score: Andrea Datzman, Inside Out 2, Hans Zimmer, Dune Part 2, Junkie XL, Furiosa Mad Max Saga, Chris Bowers, The Wild Robot, Stephen Gallagher, The Lord of the Rings, The War of the Rohirrim, Trent Reznor, and Atticus Ross, Challengers. And the Frozen Award for Best Original Score goes to Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross, Challengers. Now, if you'd asked me a couple of months ago, like probably in January, I would have given this award to Andrea Datzman for Inside Out 2 because, I mean, that score was one of my favorite things about Inside Out 2. That was one of the reasons why I loved Inside Out 2, besides the relatability of the film. But then over time, I came to the realization that I think there were a few better scores from in 2024 than Inside Out 2, like Dune Part 2. And heck, I would even I would even prefer Wild Robot score over Andrea Datzman's score. And there were so many other like truly great scores in 2025, like the Oscar-winning Best Original Score of The Brutalist from Daniel Blumberg. But to me, the score that easily stood out the most was Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross's score for Challengers. And when I rewatched the Challengers back in February, I think it was February. I think so. Yeah, that was when I came to the realization that Reznor and Ross's score for Challengers was the score of the year, the standout score of the year, and of that year. And I love Challengers. I think Challengers is one of the best movies of 2024. I cannot believe I did not put Challengers in my top 10 best movies of 2024 list when I did my list. I should have done it, and yeah, and that duo, the duo, they really knocked it out of the park with their original score. I think this might be my favorite score that they've done yet, and they've done some amazing scores, like for the Social Network and the Soul, both of which are amazing scores, but they were both beaten out by the Big and Loud scores from a Nolan film. I would consider Hans Zimmer's score for Inception as the best score of 2010 over the Social Network. And Ludwig Göransson's score for Tenet, I would put it slightly above Soul as the best score of 2020. But here comes Trent Reznor and Atticus Ross taking the win for original score with Challengers. What makes this their best score yet? It's just that it's just so unique. This is one of the most unique scores I've ever heard, and this score really brings a lot of flair, a lot of flavor to the tennis matches, especially with that techno thing like yeah, something like that. Yeah, like it is just so freaking cool. Like it is. insane on how cool it is. It's just so memorable too. It's very catchy, and it actually elevates the film to make it more intense than it is. And yeah, and the score is the reason why the tennis matches are just as epic as it is. So yeah, and yeah, and also the way that the score is edited on into the film as well. Oh man, just yeah, the fact that this score was snubbed by the Oscars, I will never get behind it. It is easily the biggest snub of the Oscars 2025. So yeah, but considering that the Oscars wouldn't even give this score credit. Well, I am gonna do this score justice by giving it the award for best original score. Well, hey, at least it won the Golden Globes. Yeah, one reason why I think the Golden Globes did. Yeah, screw it. I think the Oscars are, even if the Oscars did slightly better than the Golden Globes this year. I think the fact that the Golden Globes actually gave the award for best original score, but the Oscars didn't even nominate it. It's one thing the Golden Globes did significantly better. Anyways, moving on to part 16 of the Frozen Awards 2025 Best Original Song. Now, I just want to give a disclaimer that even though I think Wicked had the best soundtrack of 2025, I am not going to nominate any Wicked song because they are not original songs and they were already pre-existing scores from the Broadway show. The best original song award is meant to go to a movie that was written for the movie that was meant to be a song that was exclusively for the movie. Wicked for Good at least will have original songs, so I am confident that it will have I will be able to give a Wicked for Good song the best original song award for Frozen Wars 2026. But for this one, yeah, don't expect any Wicked songs in here. So this award category goes to pretty much the best song that was written for a film, for the film, and it actually drives the story forward. Or either that, or it's just the most memorable one. So without further ado, here are the nominees for Best Original Song: Beyond, Moana 2, El Mal, Emilia Perez, Electric Energy, Argyle, The Joker, Joker Folie à Deux, Kiss the Sky, The Wild Robot, Release, Trap, and the Frozen Award for Best Original Song goes to Beyond, Moana 2. Yeah, I think you all knew that I was going to award Moana 2 for this. And I'm glad that I awarded Moana 2 because Moana 2 is one of the most underrated movies of the year. Hands freaking down. And I will say that I will understand why the soundtrack for Moana 2 was not well received. But you gotta admit, the song for Moana 2, this song in particular, Beyond, is a banger of a song, man. I mean, I don't know how anybody can not like this song. I mean, people's biggest complaints about the Moana 2 songs is that it was not written by Lin Manuel Miranda. But I mean, to be fair, I liked every single song in Moana 2. Although it did feature what I consider the weakest song in the entire Moana soundtrack, what could be better than this? It's not a fun, enjoyable song, but it just pales in comparison to other Moana songs. But you know what? I think it's the best song in like the entire Moana franchise. Yep, Beyond. I mean, and this is such a powerful song. Sure, it may sound like your typical I Want song, but I don't know. It may sound very similar to How Far I'll Go, but I'd say it's even better than that. It's not as similar as you think, and yeah, this is a very powerful song that drives Moana's journey forward, and yeah, and Moana's voice was just so good, man. It was such like Lily like really knocked it out of the park with her singing this one, and it is a song that I think is memorable. I think people should be singing to this, and yeah, people should sing to this one. Like I like when after I watched out Moana 2 for the first time, let alone my second time when I rewatched it, I sang along to this song. Like, what lies beyond in the yeah, like that. Yeah, yeah, like and they even reference my favorite song in the first Moana film. You know, I am Moana. Yeah, yeah. Remember that like that song from the first one, which I consider as my personal favorite song in the first Moana. Yeah, yeah. That was my favorite, and it's kind of like basically what Beyond reminded me of, but in a in like a great way. So yeah, I'll sing a little bit about this song actually, just to because I think more people really need to sing to the song. I think the song needs more recognition. So yeah, what lies beyond and the skies I've never seen? Will I lose myself between my home and what's unknown? If I go beyond, leaving all I love behind, with the future of our people still to find. Yeah, sorry. Okay, voice corrector. Yeah, okay, okay, yeah, voice corrector. I don't want to go that, but yeah, you get the point. You know how much I love this song, and I think this honestly this might be one of Disney's most underrated songs ever. I still think I'm a Star is the most underrated Disney song ever because that song is just people just hate that song so much, and some would even go as far as calling it the worst Disney song ever. At least people don't outright hate this song, like I'm a Star. So yeah, but it certainly is a song that I think deserves more recognition, and I'm certainly giving this song the recognition it deserves by giving it the award for Best Original Song. So that's parts 15 and 16 of the Frozen Awards at 2025. Stay tuned for parts 17 and 18, which is Best Costume Design and Best Makeup and Hairstyling. So yeah, bye guys.